Hi, y'all. I'm Juliana with Mass Inbound. Today we're talking about another common marketing misconception, but this one's actually a fun social media trend right now. Have you guys seen the posts that say when you have to go from social media girly with like the bow emoji sparkle to social media girly with the graph and the computer? But what you guys don't know is those are actually two very different positions, but it's very common that one person is doing both of them. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to walk you through the difference, what the misconception is, and let's talk about this trend and why it has become a trend and what it means for you and your business. So if you're looking social media girly, you can picture her, right? She's the one that's following you guys around the office with a phone saying, oh, we need to make a TikTok. We need to make a reel. But there's social media girly with the graphs. She's giving reporting. She's telling you how certain things are performing on the internet. These are two different positions. So let's look. Social media girly is actually just social media marketing. Okay? So marketing, you knew that. She's working in social media. But social media girly, graph girly, is actually social media advertising and sometimes analytics. Where this gets confusing is a lot of people don't know that there is a difference in social media marketing and social media advertising. So what we do here at Mass Inbound, we are a digital advertising company. So we only do social media advertising. I run the paid ads, Facebook ads, Instagram, TikTok. We go through all of those. But what we don't do is social media marketing, which is your more everyday organic content. Let's break this down a little bit deeper and look at the difference between the two. So when we look at social media marketing, the definition is the use of social media platforms to interact with customers, to build brands, increase sales, and drive website traffic. When I'm looking at that, the biggest thing that stands out, it says nothing about paid advertising. The biggest part of this is interacting with customers and building your brand. Driving traffic to your website is obviously helpful for a business, but that is not the main goal of social media. What you want as a small business is to have a very strong social media online presence. It's going to serve two purposes. One, if you're online only and if you are running ads, if you have a very strong organic social media presence, that gives such a higher quality value to a potential customer because they're not just coming in seeing, a few graphics, a few pictures that are from 2022, a few pictures from 2022. They come and they look at that and they see, oh, they haven't posted in 3 years. They don't have any real life content. Even if they decide that you are a legitimate company, at the very least, they're like, they don't care about this. And as a small business, you never want someone to start off with the idea that you don't care about a single aspect of your business. You want to put forward your best image. And part of that is having a high quality social media. Because even if you hire a social media intern or a college kid to do it, you're having someone who's focusing on making sure there's high quality content there. And your potential customers know you're checking every single item off your to-do list, not saying, who cares? No one's going to look at social media anyway, and kind of letting it fall to the wayside. Because if they see that you've let your social media fall to the wayside, what else are you just going to let fall away and not focus on? So social media marketing is very important and it's a great way to build your brand and have a strong online presence, but it is not the same as social media advertising. Now let's look at the definition of social media advertising. Social media advertising is the act of running paid advertising campaigns on social media platforms to reach specific targeted audiences. What's really interesting to me is that this definition includes reaching specific targeted audiences. I touched on that on my last video on the difference of using a boosted post and an actual paid ad out of Ads Manager. When you're posting blindly on social media and you're just posting and you're like, oh, this is a cute idea, let's see if it works. Maybe your followers see it, maybe some non-followers see it. Depends on what hashtags you use, what other things you've applied. This is part of why we don't like boosted posts is it's not as easy to add an audience. The specific targeted audience is the most important step of running paid advertising. So you really want to look for someone who knows what your audience is. And when clients come to us, we ask them, what's their audience? It's so important to know that and to know off the top of your head, my ideal customer or my target customer is a married couple in their 30s with disposable income, right? So if we know that's our target market, we can apply such specific targeting. For example, on Facebook, I can target specifically just married people. I can target people in the top 10 to 25% of income. I can target just women in a 10-mile radius for something like, oh, I've got a new, baby social club. Bring your kids for playtime. Yeah, that would be really smart to target just women in a 10-mile radius of the store. When you post that on social media, though, and say, hey, I've got this new business. It's great for moms. It's great for babies. You're just posting that, hoping someone searches you out and that they happen to be a married or single woman who has a kid who lives within 10 miles of you, right? So I would say the biggest difference, other than spending, other than applying money towards it, which if you're doing and paying someone to do social media marketing, you are paying money for that. But the biggest difference, other than the spend, is the targeted audience. So if I know this is my best customer, this is the one that's willing to pay more, they're not coming in for the bargain stuff, they're going to be an easy customer, that's who I'm targeting. Maybe that gives you a higher cost per acquisition, but it also gives you a higher quality lead. Now that you know the difference between social media girly bow emoji and social media girly graph emoji, let's talk about what that means for your business. Ideally, you should have a mix of these two things. If I'm running paid ads and it's a brand new account, it's got no content, there's no organic content, my ads can still perform. But what a lot of people do when they see an ad on Facebook or Instagram is they'll click on the profile name, and if they go and there are no images, they're way more likely to be like, this is a scam, I don't trust that. On the flip side, if you have a lot of social media content and it's well organized and you happen to come across someone's feed, yes, you are more likely to develop them as a follower or a customer, but how long do they have to follow you and be engaging with your content to become a customer? When we're running paid ads, we have very specific and clear call to actions, which you can include in an Instagram caption. But when you run an ad and you say, click here to learn more, it gives you a button, click here to learn more. Like, sure, I can post something on my stories, like swipe up to see our website. But is that going to push them to convert if they've seen your stories every day for the past 3 months and still haven't converted? So what we do is we want you guys to come to us with some type of social media presence. We're going to sit down, we're going to strategize with you. We'll figure out what do you need, what type of content will help you get there, and we'll make recommendations on that. But our job is social media advertising. We're going to run paid ads to get you in front of qualified potential customers, not followers. Now, you can add in some retargeting, remarketing, and Facebook and Instagram give you a lot of options on that where I can say, hey, show these ads to people who have engaged with my Instagram profile in the past 60 days. Show these to people who like my Facebook page and are interested. The issue with that, though, is you need to be careful. You need to build that very well, because if they are local and they're already following your Facebook page, what are the odds that they already purchased from you? A lot of our clients are higher end luxury items where you're only buying one every 10 or 15 years and you're not buying multiple. So I could say, oh, just show our ads people interact with our Instagram. But if 80% of the people who interact with your Instagram are previous customers, social media content is not going to be bringing in the revenue that you need. That's when you switch your business model, change it up a little bit. Let's add in some paid social media advertising. And I just want to say, this is a super common misconception. We actually had a job listing for a paid ad specialist, and we had so many applicants that were social media managers with no paid ad experience. It is two drastically different things. and they should be used as tools hand in hand together. Now, what this could look like for every company is different. Personally, I have worked at jobs where I have done it all. I did all of social media content. I did the content calendar. I did website help. And then I figured out how to run Facebook ads, and I was doing all of that at once. They work so well in conjunction with each other, but they should not be used as one or the other. So if you're just doing organic content right now and you want to do paid ads, that's great. You need to keep doing your organic content because it's going to make your paid ads perform better. If you're doing paid ads, but you have no organic content, now's the time to think about, okay, do I need an intern for this? Can I hire someone just for content? Is there someone internally who is always on their phone or always on TikTok? Task that person with getting you some real life content and posting it regularly, whether that's weekly, whether that's daily, that's up to you. I want to say a good number right now, just to look like a legitimate qualified business, not to go viral, would be 1 to 3 static in-feed posts per week. That's not a lot. If you sit down and schedule it out, it's maybe 20 to 30 minutes of scheduling, but it can make your advertising go so much further, and it just legitimizes you as a business on the internet. If you guys have any more questions about the difference in social media marketing and social media advertising, please let us know in the comments or reach out. We'd be happy to consult.